9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It's not showing on my screen yet, so hang on there.
Well, it's live for 12 seconds.
There we go. Now it's on YouTube. There's that little bit of a lag. So there we go. Hello.
Hello, everybody. Hello, Colleen.
Hi,
We
Carl.
are the Mad Scientists. I'm Mad Frankie. This is Violet Igor over here. And together we make the Mad Scientists. Yay! Ding, 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 ding. So, got quite a lot of things to show you today. Have you got anything to show today?
No, I'm just unless you want to see it, I've got
Oh, yeah.
here, I'll go
I
first
want to see it.
I'll play with.
Uh-huh. Oh,
Um
just a minute. It would be helpful if I could actually add you to the stream instead of deleting you. There it is. It's up there. Got it. There you are.
I I
Hooray!
I printed out some journal cards from Graphics Fairy, and I'm going to iron them on to a file folder to make them more sturdy. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So
How do you iron them on?
I have iron on heavy duty Wonder Under. That's what this is.
Oh, gotcha.
So I've ironed it onto the file folder already here. And I'm going to put my cards on here. And my iron is in the other room heating up, so I may scoot over there in a little while. But I'm going to put them back on here, iron them down, and that way they won't be just paper, they'll have a nice file folder backing and be a little more sturdy. So that's what I'm working on. So
good.
I'm done.
Well, hello everybody. We have Colleen, Julie, Kathy D's Creative Chaos, Liz, Anne. Hello to everybody.
Hi everyone.
And I was just watching the Tuesday stream that I missed, and you said, Fran, don't faint, or something like that. Yeah, I did notice the pink on the replay.
I saw it too. I was there, so I saw it too. I'm like, okay, Fran, hold on to the table. Don't fall off your chair here.
Yeah. Oh, well. So, we're back to me because Violet has some beetle dwarfed. So let's see what we've got here. I've got some Shujigami, Sumi Ian calligraphy art paper. I have no idea whether it's any good or not. So Shujigami, I'll give that a go. I don't know if I'll give it a go today, but I'll definitely give it a go.
Hi, Carla.
So I'll put that down for now. And look at this. These are all my little plates that I've had for quite a while. You can see they're a bit sort of gooey and messy and funny stuff. But what's new is I now have plates the right size. This is an old one. This one was actually cut for me by my husband. No, it wasn't. It's actually been cut by the What's It people because it's got rounded corners. But I got that a while back. The rest, these nice new ones here, are new. And this one is new. So I've now got one the right size for this fiber 7 and the right size for these. And I've got one more for ready for when I find my little triangle, which I've no idea where the little triangle has gone. But at the same time as I paid for these, my husband bought me 4 of these. So I got 4 that are exactly the right size for my 8x10 plates. Hooray! So now I don't have to have an extra bit hanging over the side like that.
Yeah.
Trying to take up extra room. It's brilliant. So I've got 4 plates sitting there all ready to go.
Yay, Ian.
So that will be lovely. So I can use one as a palette. That's so much easier when it's this size instead of being on a big plate with lots of others. Because this one was on a big plate with the others on it as well, like that, you know, all sort of queued up like that. And trying to use a plate that size with just one piece on. Terrible. So let's move those out the way for now. We know where they are. Says she about to put them somewhere odd. I do that. I do that. Put things on my rod, and we've got some pools to look at. I'll just put these behind me. They're not going to all fall off. If you hear a sort of catastrophic sound, it's probably them all falling off. Now I've got one here to pull, and another one on top. So we'll see what we've got with these, and then I'll show you some new stencils I've been cutting lately. So this one didn't get the edge bits on that one. Is that a problem? I don't know. It depends on how much more is missing over the rest of it. This again is the living rice paper. I've no idea still whether that's something that you should be looking for, or whether it's the maker, or this is something else they do to it and don't bother to tell you, whether it's because it's got a coating. Don't know. I do know one side, this side is smoother than this side when you feel it with your fingertips. But apart from that, I seem to remember that the paper I used first was like that as well, and that's the one that split on the plate without me doing anything, and it was only there for about 15 minutes at the most.
Yeah, I remember that.
Pity. What's the one that things happened to that would have been a lovely print?
Well, and you said it when you pulled it and you saw the tear, that it wasn't all it wasn't garbage, because you would use it for tearing up anyway.
Collage, yes. And it tore very conveniently. It tore all along the vein of the paper, the
grain,
the nap of the paper. Grain, that's the word.
Knowing you, you haven't seen YouTube shorts when Mariah does the YouTube shorts. It just shows P pulling a print off the gel plate. I watch them all the time. It's like just the sound of it. The sound is so cool. And then she pulls that print. It's like,
if she uses that thick paper, it makes that sort of crackly noise when it comes off.
Yeah. I like it.
There we go. That's not too bad at all. It's subdued, but there's some nice print here from the stamps. Lovely. I mean, I'm liking that. Yes, that's pretty good. And it's a lovely colour. It would be nice. Look, when you hold it up, you get some nice fluorescent, the blue showing up. Can you see that?
Yep.
They're just there. Just there.
Yep.
There's little patches of it here and there. There's some more over here. Yeah, and some more down here. So mostly it looks like this sort of dark blue with the turquoise, but there's a little bits of the fiery fluorescent blue showing up here and there, which is lovely. Just lovely. You can just see it down that corner there. Anyway, that was a nice one. This one could be good. Let's hope. Cross your fingers for this one. Oh, careful. I might have to put this back down with some gloss medium. We'll see how it goes. I will put this back down this side and pull from the other side and see what else is missing. only a couple of spots, but yeah. It's tearing a little here where there's old paint at the corner.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm going to have to fix that because there's some big lines, look. Can you see those big lines?
Yeah, so are you going to put the gel medium down?
Yes, I am. Yeah.
When you use that bigger plate, you go just a tad bit off screen, but if you're not going to pull it, don't worry about it.
Yeah, because otherwise I'm leaving that down there. I've got to pull that up carefully. Okay, so it will look nice when it comes out, but I need to fix that corner, if nothing else. And some other places like that would look great, but when I pulled it, some of it stayed on the, see what I mean? And I got white holes. So just there, just here, all these bits. So I'll catch those again with the gloss medium. I'm so grateful we've got gloss medium to catch things like that. I really am. I'd hate it if we couldn't, because I'd be forever going, oh, that didn't work, throw that one away. Oh, I wouldn't throw it away, but yeah. So we've got one plate, and we've got another one similar size. So that's good. And what we've got now is, let me get this grey thing out, and I can show you. Oh, I've got a black sheet. A black sheet would be better. I think I've got one up there.
Oh, I put some of that Astra Bright black in my Amazon cart. I'm going to be ordering some. I have some black cardstock that I'm going to try. I don't know. It may be Astra Bright. So
fixed him a bit. Yes, this is Astra Bright.
Right.
So I've reattached here, and I've got rid of some of the detail here, and I've got rid of the detail around his mouth and nose a bit. I think it needs to be adjusted a bit more, but it's getting there. The eyebrows are a little too small even for my silhouette, so it's definitely going to be too small for the cricket. So that needs some work.
Yeah.
Him. The Boyd is looking good. Fluffy violet.
Hairy violet.
Beg your pardon. Hairy violet, yes. Hairy violet. So, yes, and I've uploaded that to Dropbox. Those, I'll show you those in a minute because I'm quite pleased with those and those. And in the meantime, here's this one, which is quite nice, which is a gothic thing. I managed to tidy up the hearts a bit, and yeah, I'm quite pleased with it. You could cut that into 3 separate pieces, you know, use that piece and that piece, that piece.
I like that
4 separate.
I really like that one. Now, if you were getting into doing scenes on the gel plate, which I think is wonderful. I love that idea. That's great.
Well, this was with an eye to Valentine's. That's why there's hearts and gothic. You see, sort of a hint of gothic, just a hint. And there's something else to go with gothic. I'll do that in a minute. We'll just have a brief look at him, who is looking quite good now.
I still say his for that one.
Face. Sorry?
I still say Ian posed for that one.
Oh, okay. I'll tell him. So I cut another one of that in another size. So I've got different sizes of that. And he's just been neatened up around his face, and I tilted his head a bit more to look more like he's firing. So there's that. And to go with him, there's this one, which you've not seen before. The other one was called a quad because he had 4 legs. This one's called a quin because he's got 5 limbs, 4 legs, and an arm. So That's a weirdish one. I did a little one of him, so got two of those. Lovely, nice. And he's got a fluffy tail, you can see, rather like a sort of bunny rabbit's tail.
Well, he is an alien, right?
Oh yeah. We don't have any of them on Earth.
Yeah.
And here's the other four-legged one. You say it's a bit similar, but not the same.
He's supposed to be an alien, so they can look any way your imagination wants them to.
Well, I did. So I'm afraid it's too late to make any changes. Well, maybe not too late to make changes, but they're like that now. And that I did show these before with the spaceship, but there's another new one. This one. Now, I called it a slugger 4, but I wasn't sure that was a great name for it. So I called it a Senate in the end, I think. But I don't know why. If anybody can think of a decent name for him, please let me know. We need a name for him. He's got a little crest on his back and a bigger crest flopping over his head. He's got a tail and he's got 2 legs at the front. So he is definitely weird. Right, now we've got here a big version of this design. Doesn't quite fit on the paper, but I've got a smaller one that does. The curly whirly bits are a bit unhelpful, so I might reattach those a bit, but I do like curly whirly bits, so I might not. It depends. Oh yes, and I've got a small version of the spaceship there, which I think I've already shown you, and I used the previous cuts of them in the last stream anyway. Now this is the bit that I was really liking. I've got loads of cutouts of that, some little bits, you know, like I've kept that. I didn't keep all these bits, but some of the shapes are quite good. I quite like them, so I kept those, like that and that, and this bit with a funny tail, might be a snake with a weird head or something, and these strange shapes which are going to make absolutely wonderful Franken pieces, aren't they? I mean, they are going to be great for franking. Frankie should do some franking.
Yeah.
And that piece. Yeah. And I love this one. This one's really weird. And these pieces from the middle of the other bit, other side. There we are. So there were 4 designs altogether. Now there were 4 designs on this one, and the other ones I used earlier, didn't I, on the other one? So after that, then this. There we go. That is a new stencil with the owl, and it's to go with the chicks I did earlier. So I just paired them up with them.
The goofy chicks.
Because they can go. The little baby chicks that are staring about at things and going, "What's that? What's that? What's that?" So they're saying that, and he's saying, "Who are you?" So you don't have to have them in the same orientation. You can use that, or you can just go, "Oh, who are you? You're so big." There you go.
You do know
one more. Yeah. Picking up pieces here from the designs. I just keep all the bits of the little hearts.
So none of you, if you get the stencils, none of you can use the stencils without remembering Fran's little story.
Yeah. So there's 3 little chicks, curious chicks, wandering about, and he says, "Who Who are you?
I'm your best nightmare.
So then I did him. Isn't he lovely? I love him so much. So I did a bigger one, and his eye was a bit small, so I've adjusted that. He is the raven. And I quite like having the surround as well. So I can use that as well in printing. Isn't he lovely? I think he's magnificent. Absolutely lush. So let's pick up some of these bits and let's have a play with them. See how they print. I haven't tried them out yet. You're the first to see them. Pick up these little pieces over here. Pop them in the bag. In fact, I think that one is actually not a little piece, but that is the bee that goes with the chicks. Yeah, I don't think that was successful. And that's the snail that went with the chicks. Could make a bigger snail with a bit more detail, maybe.
You said B.
So we'll pop.
I'm looking for the letter B.
No, bzz,
yeah,
B.
I got it.
Far distant bee, or it could be a fly, or it could be a wasp, or it could be a hoverfly, because they're looking up, going, "What's that?" So they don't know.
I love Fran's imagination too, Anne. Anne says your stencils need to come with your stories, or your stories need to come with your stencils.
Yeah. Well, maybe I should write them out or something.
Some little story. It sparks the imagination.
Yeah. Well, you can put them in a farmyard, you see, and just give them something to do. Oh, I wanted to, before we start with that, I wanted to show you these. Just a sec. Because I got a Christmas present. Okay. And my Christmas present was a mold set. Polly, and I made these.
Anne's world isn't full of monsters as much as bizarre and different and wonderment. That's, yeah, wonderment. You wonder what she's thinking and what she's up to and where she's going. And then she shows bones and makes a liar out of me.
And bat wings.
And bat wings. So are these air dry clay molds that you made?
Yep, these are air dry clay. Yep. All air dry clay. And I just had so much fun making these. And we've got bird skulls and human skulls. Tiny, tiny skull. Tiny, tiny bird skull. Even tinier bird skull.
All right. Now you have to make a journal cover, even if it's small.
Yeah.
Whatever size. You have to make a journal cover and you have to incorporate some of these things into it.
Oh, I do. Yes, indeed. Well, that was what I was going to do. So, yeah, lots of bits. Yeah. A few broken bones. But mostly they came out okay. One of the skulls didn't come out quite so good. That's this one, I think. So I had to do it again.
I went to the medical field, Julie, so these things don't freak me out as much as, I'll tell you what creeps me out. Clowns.
Oh, yeah, I don't like clowns.
I don't like clowns. It never used to bother me, and I think it was the movie It. My husband is a Stephen King fan, and it may have been the movie It, or I saw all these memes on Facebook where there's this clown down in this sewer hole.
You know, I think it's not so much that we are sisters, but that our husbands must be brothers as well.
Did you hear that, Russ? He heard you.
Well, there we go.
He gets to be home all day today, so it's nice. He had no calls, so he's home. And he's here with us, as usual. Shh. He says, shh.
So, yeah, don't give him away.
Yeah. Sorry, honey, you're not here.
Okay, so that was that. That was rather fun, so I can play with those at some point or other. And we'll pop them down on the floor so I don't, underneath the desk, so I don't tread on them. And we'll get on.
I never
We'll
used to
do
have
something.
a problem with clowns. I even helped my brother dress up as a clown for a party one time. He had the full costume and it was fun to help him get dressed up. But ever since I started seeing all that on Facebook, and my husband loves that movie, I think it's It. Yep. Okay. I was right. And then you see this clown face peeking up out of the sewer system. It's like, okay, I'm done with that. You guys have just ruined it for me.
Yeah.
They could have their clowns.
Also managed to get hold of some embossing, brand new embossing
Good.
thingy pad, a clear one, because I already had 2 of these, so I just got refills for it, and I've been able to refill it, so hopefully it will work. There's my little refills. So I've gone over both of them with quite a lot. I don't know if it's enough, but certainly looking a healthier colour.
You know,
I'll have to give it a go.
I showed Mariah something the other day that I did, and I was so proud of myself. Asked my husband. I was dancing around here like, I'm so excited. And he says now he's got that song in his head. I did something, and I showed Mariah thinking, oh, show P, and isn't this so cool? And she's like, oh, yeah, I've been there, done that. Like,
yeah.
But it involved, I've got it right here. Sure you do. Use your mouth. Here we go. It involved foil and laser prints, and foil as in deco foil, not aluminum foil, and laser.
Right, the heat treatment stuff.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
yeah, exactly. And I did it with some laser prints I had printed out from my journal, and I'm like, well, I've had this foil, and I tried using their adhesive, and it just didn't work for me. So I watched Elizabeth St. Hilaire did it, and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna be a mad scientist, and I was, and I'm gonna put me on camera so y'all can see.
All right.
This is all right. Hold on. Let's I printed out a sheet of stuff. This is laser print. So this is all stuff I printed out for practicing and whatever. So one of it was a clock, and I don't know if you could see this. Can you see the holographic?
Oh, yes. When you tilt it like that, you can.
Right? This
Wonderful.
This is the holographic foil. I'm ordering some colors, some different colors, but this just blew me away. Now I did this feather, and what I didn't realize is the feather, when I printed it out, it was really dark like this, right? So
Yeah.
everywhere there is ink, the foil stuck to. So it buried.
Ooh.
I lost the feather. I lost all the details of the feather. It was all that foil. So what I did is I took my X-Acto knife and I scratched into it. And I don't know if you can see that.
Yeah, I can see it. Yeah.
And then I put it down on
Definitely.
paper. I was playing with it. And I did the number 8. If you want to see the difference, here's one without foil. There's one with foil.
Wow.
Isn't that
pretty? It's good. The holographic is wonderful, isn't it?
Yep. And then we have the owl face.
Lovely.
Yep. So I was just using a little sheet of foil, using it up. So I was just blown away. I was dancing around the house. Russ can confirm it. He's sitting here. And I'm like, oh, I got it. It's so easy. Well, part of it was done with, because this is a laser print, everywhere there's ink is the foil held. And how I adhered it is I have a laminator. So I put I put the picture in, I put the foil in, I took a folded sheet of paper like this, and I put it through the laminator, pulled it out, pulled the sheet off, and voila.
Voila.
It was that simple. Well, then I thought, what if somebody doesn't have a laminator, doesn't have that heat? And what if they don't have a laser printer? So then I did, I can't find a picture, but I did one without heat. I just took a, here we go, gel gloss, medium, golden gel gloss.
Yeah.
And I used a fine tip needle, and I daubered it where I wanted it. And then just took the sheet, let it dry a little bit to get tacky, took the sheet, and I rolled over it with my brayer. I just had it in front of me, too. Blah, 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 blah. Let's see. I can't find it. But anyway, here's one way to do it. Look at the letter B. The letter B is glue that I let dry and get tacky, and it didn't take. When I went back over it with the gel and then just pushed on it, then it stuck.
So you'll have to show us how you do that. I've not done that.
You don't need a laminator.
I know Mariah's done everything, but I haven't.
Yeah. You don't need a laminator. You don't need a laser printer. Just get some of the foil in whatever colors you like. Get some soft gel medium or regular gel medium. It could be matte or gloss. Who cares? And brayer hard. Press it hard. It worked.
Right.
I was so excited. Yes, I was. Ask him. He's like, he's got that song stuck in his head now.
Poor boy. Oh, poor boy.
Okay, that was fun. All right, take me off. You're back.
Oh, okay. So I've laid out what I want to do here. I'm going to do these. These I'm going to have to make some branches because I want these on branches, but I'm going to try them out with their surrounds like that. So I'm going to try that with it. But in order to do this, I need to take everything off first because I've got to get some colour down. I got some new colours coming, but they haven't got here. They kept saying that 7 to 10 working days, and I'm sort of going, well, it's been 10 days, yeah, but not 10 working days. Oh, okay. You get really excited. It's not coming, not yet.
And you know what? I was just looking at your birds there, and you did such a great cutting out around the wings. They're really skeletonized like. That's beautiful. So
that's the feathers, just the shape of the feathers. Yeah.
Right. But here's my thought. You've got a bird or you've got just a set of wings if that's all you want to use.
Well, I've got a wing. Yeah. Like
that's
that.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah. Well, anyway, let's get on and do something. So what am I going to use? I've got up here, I've got cobalt turquoise, iridescent copper, and Titan green pale, but then I've also got, let me put that one up out of the way, it's going to get squished otherwise. I've also got everything falling on top of it. I've also got these heavy body paints. So I don't know, what shall I use? Shall I use heavy body or shall I use those? Let's just use the high flow for a mo. Just because it's there. So I've also got out a dioxazine purple.
I like that one. We played with that one the other day. It was nice.
Yeah. I think purple is a good idea for birds, ravens and owls. They're all quite darkish birds, aren't they? They have connotations of darkness. Owls, you only see it in darkness. And ravens are black, mostly.
Well, of course, you hear the word raven and you think Edgar Allan Poe, who was Goth.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
He had a dark mind.
Yep.
I don't instantly think of him anymore. I think of Vincent Price.
Yes. Yeah, because of the film Vincent, yes.
Well, actually, because not too long ago I watched The Raven with Vincent Price, and it's like, oh man, it's just beautiful. He just does it
Well,
so well.
I was thinking of the Tim Burton version called Vincent.
I know, I haven't seen it yet.
First ever film, and they got Vincent Price to do the voice for him. Keep getting these little ones hanging about. Gotta get rid of those.
Oh, Rufus doesn't want to be left out. That's all it is.
Yeah, well, he wants to join in big time, little beggar. That's better. That's a smoother look. Right, let's get rid of some of that over there, and we'll start. We'll start by putting that raven up there. You have to put this bit down first, I've found, and then you can put this bit down, because then it fits inside a bit better than trying to do it any other way, more or less. And that one, it's me doing it the wrong way around. And now this one can just sit here like that with the three little biddies. That one will be at the back, the dopey looking one. And then this one will be there, looking up at him. And this one will be that way round, also looking up at him. So they're all there. I quite like our moon over there. Have I got any moon?
I know, Anne. Yeah, I had heard that.
I've got Saturn. I'll put Saturn in. There we go. Right. Piece of paper. I'm not sure which one that is. It's definitely one of those. Good. And I've got two there. Drat. I can feel it's two. Get one piece away. Put this piece down.
You know what's missing here?
What?
Well, I'm looking at your birds, and you need some branches.
That's what I said. I said that.
Not a whole tree.
No, just branches, so they've got something to sit on.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just said that. Weren't you paying attention?
No. Yes.
Well, it obviously definitely needs them if you thought of it on your own end as well.
Shame on me.
Well, it obviously went in somehow, but not consciously.
I had to run in the other room and turn the iron back on, and I guess I missed what you said. So, but I must have heard it subconsciously, right? Yes.
Must have. You must have caught a bit of it. The word branch from a distance. I'm going to put some more on top.
I'm here.
There's nothing to look at.
My own little world.
Oh, dang. And I've put it down and it's sat on itself. Hang on. I don't want it drying like that.
Over. Yeah. It'll stick. You'll never.
Unfold you. Thank you. Right. I've got another one waiting. So let's have a bit more of this fluorescent violet, which I do like. I'll get some violet birds then.
Camera is crooked, tad bit crooked.
That's because I nudged it. Sorry.
Yeah, you did. I was paying attention that time.
It's the newer stand, and it's not quite so easy to line up because it's stiffer.
There you go. Yep. Oh,
So I think I'll have a bit of the
very nice.
type
And is it
pale with
me?
this.
Oh, there we go. I was gonna say, is it me or is your lighting odd today?
My lighting is definitely odd today.
Yeah.
There you go. Forgot to turn the auxiliary lights on.
Oh. Oh, when you do that, then we have a little glare. Oh, it's not so bad. It's no big deal. It's not bad.
Is that better?
Yeah, that's fine. We'll live with it. It is what it is.
Sorry.
Carla's going to put you on the TV so she can see you better.
Oh,
We
gonna
like
be on TV. Ooh.
Ooh.
You're going to pay the fee?
Angela says she's going to lurk and put you on her TV so she can lay down and watch.
Oh, okay. That wasn't very good. I got the bit off the top and completely forgot to shake it, and I've just got goo.
That's the way to do it. Kick back and lay down and relax and watch Fran be silly. Or me.
Oh, definitely. There's not going to be any sense going on around here.
Says you.
Yep. Well, I should know.
Speak for yourself. I just had that thing B in my hand. Now what did I do? I must have put it over here.
It's always over there, you know.
It's over there. Nope. Yep, there it is. It's over there.
That's a better print. Well, we've got some more mush on the plates now, and I was a bit quicker. While that's down and soaking up nicely.
I love those colors.
They're not bad, are they?
Not bad. And they're not bad muted through the paper either.
Yeah. I want to get some more of those papers. So what I'll do while I'm waiting, which I shouldn't be, but there we are. Grab. Is that the living one?
Lisa says she's seeing pots. I don't know if that has anything to do with the drug addicted Edgar Allan Poe with his pot or what. They didn't do pot back then, did they? Opium and laudanum is what they did.
Yes, that's what they did.
Yeah.
I'm just folding some more paper, so I've got some to work with. I know I should have done it beforehand, but I'm so busy with the cutting the stencils, I didn't think about anything else.
Okay.
I even went
to the other room and iron, so you entertain everybody.
I was just saying, I even cut a stencil half an hour before the stream started, and that was the bigger second raven. Because I had an idea, I thought, I'll do the eye, I can do that. And actually, from the drawing, I was surprised at how quick it was to do, because I did the drawing in pencil, then I went over it with a black brush pen, actually, and then I just scanned that in using my scanner into the printer, and there wasn't much more to do, really. That was about it. So the only thing I did do was on the second one was enlarge the white area around the eye and enlarge the glint in his eye. That's all I needed to do. Everything else was fine. And there we are. That is not bad at all. There's a bit of tearing there where I wasn't fast enough. But not so bad. I like the colours. I like these way these are looking even without the print. But yeah, that's not bad. I think I'll take the surround off the birds now so we can see them a bit better.
Well, that's not goth look at all. That's even got a tinge of pink in it. What is wrong? Are you okay?
No, there's no pink. It's not pink. Honestly, it isn't pink.
Okay, just checking. Maybe take a look at your medications and adjust it.
Hang on, something just fell over. You hear the craft alarm should corner. Bottle of water fell off. So I'm taking that off and I'll put that down there. Make sure there's no excess on it. And the same with this one, leaving the raven behind in his place, hopefully. There we go. So we've got a little surround that we may or may not keep. I don't know, but we'll leave the rest down and we'll carry on.
Oh,
so there's a bit of paper that the rest is all right. Oh, I've got a whole, look at this. Got a whole load of colour down the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
Woo. Oh well. I think I'll have a bit of the Phthalo blue green shade.
Did you take the moon off?
No, it's still there.
Okay. All right.
All the other stuff are there. I've only taken the surrounds off the two birds, that's all.
Right.
So I've got that on.
Mm-hmm.
I've got a remnant of colour that I dribbled down the side that I've smeared on with my finger. I'm going to add a bit of this Titan Green Pale and a bit of the fluorescent again, which is pretty much just the same colour we had before, only without the surround.
The birds are, Judy, the birds are stencils in the making.
Yep, this is their first test, this is.
Yep.
And they're working pretty good, I think. If they work when we pull them off after this test, I will put them in Dropbox for Mariah's delectation and enjoyment.
Yeah, and then Mariah can, whatever she does.
Well, when she's got time, she's got a lot on her plate at the moment.
So I don't know when they'll be available in the shop, but coming soon.
Yeah.
As soon as Mariah can breathe and get them done.
Oh, the planets, are the planets up? No, they're not up yet either, so maybe they'll come around soon.
Wow, what colors. Wow.
That's not bad, is it? I quite like that mix. So for Sheet of the Living. Come along, Sheet of Living. There we go. I'm thinking about the next print even while I'm pushing this one down. So I think I'm going to use some green gold in the next one.
There you go. Everybody go check out, not now, but later, go check out Judy P's reorganizing her craft room tour.
I can't find the alizarin crimson. My alizarin crimson has gone for a little walk. Anybody sees it, tell it to come home. Hasn't fallen on the floor anywhere, is it? Don't see it. Well,
under papers.
This one up. Under papers, that's quite a good possibility. There we go. Not bad at all. Yeah. There's a bit of a funny smudge there. Yeah. On the back of the Owl.
What happened there?
Don't know. Oh well. We'll see what happens with the next one. It's got to be a bit quicker, I think. Have I got another sheet ready? I don't want to be fiddling about with it like that.
You're welcome, Judy.
There we go. Now. Definitely not got the alizarin. Permanent violet. Oh, there we are. It was back to front. Alizarin crimson. I want to try a bit of that with Nicolazo yellow. Going to make some orange. Probably. Might make mud, but it'll be orange mud. Now this is very translucent, this one, so that would be nice. And alizarin crimson. I've ordered some Titan Buff. I had to order it from a completely new shop because Jackson's didn't have any and I was impatient.
Oh, really?
And I got the alizarin crimson from a different shop as well. And I just after, just this morning, in fact, I got an email from Jackson's to say, don't miss out. We've got that colour you wanted back in. And I'm thinking, you're too late, mate. I got it somewhere else.
Too late.
Too late.
That Titan Buff is really nice, isn't it? It actually
It is.
It will go with just about anything.
Blooming great big hairs there. I don't want those. And another one there. There's a lot of hairs on here. Probably going to ruin it now. I'm not going to go over that. I'm going to leave those little marks there. Better little marks.
And about cutting the vinyl with the Cricut blades, or with the die blade, the die cutter. Would it dull it? Would it? What do you think, Fran? I don't know. You have steel dies. She's asking about using like Cricut vinyl or Silhouette vinyl. You know how we cut the vinyl, if we did.
Well, I've never cut the vinyl. I've never even bought vinyl. So you wouldn't want to take what I say for gospel.
Yeah, I would think that it would.
But I wouldn't think that an embossing cutting plate on an embossing machine would be damaged by vinyl. It's so thin. I mean, it's. I when I went for that demo of the Maker 3,
Yeah.
she was using this extremely thin gold vinyl, and it was like gold foil. It was that thin. So I reckon embossing cutting plates.
Consideration is how thick your vinyl is. And
yes.
I was wondering, would it dull the die cut blade, the die cut part?
I shouldn't think so, but in any case, if it does, what you do is you cut a bit of kitchen foil with it, and that helps to sharpen it up. So they say.
There you go.
I've not tried that. I've not had to. I've not had any of my stuff, any of my embossing cutting plate go dull.
Well, I was thinking about, I have some vinyl, and I was thinking about cutting some vinyl on the Silhouette, just not for sublimation or anything like that, not to put on clothing or anything, just to have cut out decals. Look at that. Great color choice.
Oh, I'm loving this. This is wonderful. Look at this. This is fantastic. Look at that.
Wow.
Isn't that gorgeous? So to get that, I've got to do another one of the the blues and quinacridone crimson, or fluorescent violet and Titan pale, and then come back and do the alizarin Indian yellow. And yeah, love that. Wonderful. Really nice. It's really deep looking with the traces of the blue left. Lovely.
I love that. I love that.
What I want to say about cutting embossing plates, I did have a lot of trouble when I first started, but I discovered that actually that was a machine, because it was almost impossible to get the machine I had, which was an electronic one, to cut properly without going over things 12, 24 times. And it shouldn't have to do that. I got the, what did I get? Was it a Cricut? No, it was something Pro. I can't remember what it was. I'll have to go and have a look when you're showing something. I'll dash in the other room and have a look at it. It might have been a Cut and Boss. Cut and Boss Pro, probably. But it's a hand crank one. And honestly, the action of using the hand crank was not a problem. It was so easy. Even with my arthritis, I could manage it.
Yeah.
It was great. Just great.
Yeah, I agree. Colleen says, look at the colors on that plate. It's kind of like an iridescent rainbow. Yep.
Yeah. It is a bit rainbowy, isn't it? Lovely.
So now is where I would put the color shift paint down, let it dry, and then go from there. Oh, that's so pretty.
Sailor blue. Sorry, what did you say? Did you say something? I was thinking.
Nope.
I was doing a pee and I was thinking.
I wasn't talking to you.
Oh, okay. Fine.
You're all right. You were doing a pee and you were thinking? What? She did that the other day.
Thinking.
I heard her do that to Mariah the other day. Did you hear what I said? Nope, wasn't paying any attention to you at all.
No, I was thinking. Yeah, that's the one I was watching. I was just watching that.
I know, I said I was there.
Yep, that's the one. That's where I pick these things up, you know. I pick them up from P without even realizing. That's nice.
Oh, that. Julie said it. A colorful sky at night just before the sun goes down completely. Yeah, that. Yep. Excellent description. One of those.
Well, it must be because the chicks are out in the daytime and the owl is out at night. So obviously the chicks are going to bed any minute and the owl's just got up. It's his morning. I'm really liking how this raven is turning out, you know. Really, really liking it. I'm probably going to do a skull next. So I can have a raven and a skull. And a branch. I'll do a branch. For the traditionalists. That's lovely. That's very sort of winter's night, isn't it? Like the snow is just starting.
Yep, there you go.
I love it when serendipitous things happening. Wonderful. And you've nearly got a ring around Saturn there. Oh, dearie, dearie me. Yes, he's lovely with his big eye. I like the bigger eye. I'm going to keep the bigger eye.
Yeah. I like you've got the little bits of the purple in spots at the top and down at the bottom left. Really look nice.
Yep. Lovely. Superb. Like that one. That one down there. Now let's try that again. Nickel azo gold. It wasn't the Indian yellow, it was a nickel azo gold. Right. And alizarin crimson. because it's a slightly redder tone than the quinacridone magenta, which is slightly pinker. So I want the more reddish colour.
Yeah, me too.
I wish they would do a really dark red like the Bordeaux.
Well,
Like,
I know Golden is coming out with some new high flows.
Yeah, well, that's what the bronze is. That's one of their new ones.
Yeah,
and I've been waiting for that to turn up.
Yep, I told you about that. I sent you that link. It's like, oh, that's good to know.
Yeah, I got it just before that though, because
Oh.
I saw it on their website that they had new stuff. And then I wrote to Jackson, sent him an email, said, "When you get the new stuff, then when you get the new stuff." And I didn't order anything.
You, huh?
They didn't get the new stuff, and I didn't order anything. And they didn't get the new stuff, and I didn't order anything. And then one day, I went and had a look, and they hadn't bothered to tell me, but they got the new stuff. That's what I was waiting for. So not all the new stuff, but they had the bronze. This one, this is new to me. This one in the high flow. So, and it's new to Golden as well. So
why are they not sending you free stuff? So because you demo so much. Julie wants to know the name of that purple.
What purple? The one I just put down, that wasn't purple. That was alizarin crimson. The purple I put down before?
Maybe. Give her both names.
Because the purple I put down before wasn't a purple either. It was quinacridone magenta. No, it wasn't. It was this. It was fluorescent violet. That's what it was. Haven't used the quin yet.
She goes too fast sometimes, huh?
Sorry. Well, I've got to be fairly fast with this stuff because I don't. There's a point at which you can pull it immediately, and if you wait a little bit longer, you start to get tearing. If you wait a bit longer than that, then it solidifies up again, but it doesn't tear on the plate. That's marvelous. Look at that. That's a pretty good. That's a pretty good copy for that, isn't it? I did exactly what I said, and look, I got a match.
Wow.
Pretty nice. Pretty nice. Loving it. Loving it. Perhaps use a little bit more alizarin next time.
So it wasn't the yellow. It was the nickel hazel gold.
Yep.
It was.
And it was the alizarin crimson.
Alizarin.
But used just after doing one with phthalo blue green shade and fluorescent violet.
There you go.
So let's go on and do something different now. Now we know we can reproduce that if we want to. Good. Right, I'm hemming myself in. So let's have some green gold. Maybe some of that. Or maybe some of that. Green gold and copper. India yellow. Let's do India yellow just because I feel like it. I keep mentioning its name and not using it, so it seems a shame.
Can't have your paints feeling neglected.
No, we mustn't do that. There we go, that one. And some green gold. Right. And we want burnt Sierra line down in the background.
Julie says, wow, you are so clever replicating. And Carla says, it's hard to reproduce good results. Congratulations, Fran. I agree.
Yeah, it is. I didn't expect it to work.
I know you.
I'm more of a slap it on and go with what you get person. Yeah. But it is nice to be able to go, oh, look, I got what I wanted.
Yep. We like those moments.
Right.
Yellow and green, Aussie colors. While around here, Julie, it's go pack go. Packer colors.
Packer colours? What's Packer colours?
Green, well,
Is that
go
the
ask.
Green
Yeah,
Bay Packers?
yeah.
Are those
I
Packers?
just say go ask Ian. He'll tell you. Green Bay Packers. They were just in London this year. That was so cool.
Yeah, that's what Ian said. That's when he mentioned it to you.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm beginning to think we're not sisters, they're brothers, right?
Yeah.
I'm beginning to think you're right there. Either way, it works. Okay, by me.
I'm a drummer, you know.
Now, I like these. Yeah, I know that now. I like these colors. These are good colors. I like these.
Goose turd green. Yeah. Shiny goose turd green.
No, it's not.
Isn't that what green gold is? Shiny goose turd green?
No, we have a state full of geese, and I can tell you right now that green ain't that same color. I've stepped in it, and it ain't that pretty.
You stepped in it. Huh? Lovely. I like that. That is nice. I like that. I'd love to draw some twigs in here.
I could see coming back later on that print and putting in the branches. Not in
That's what I meant. That's what I meant.
yeah, there's some that's beautiful.
That's exactly what
Yeah.
I meant.
Yeah, shiny fashionable goose green turd maybe.
Shiny fashionable. Well, it's fashionable now, isn't it? Because the people keep finding it and going, look, look.
Well, I'll tell you what, we have a beautiful little park here by the river that I love. And apparently the geese love it too, and I have to watch where I step.
Huh?
The stinkers. Rotten little stinkers. It's everywhere.
Right, I'm using copper and the shiny goose turd green, otherwise known as green gold by Golden. And they're all lovely high flows. I don't know why I've sort of gone a bit funny about high flow paints. I just seem to have really fallen for them.
Yeah. I like them too. They do that great easy peasy selling.
Yeah. Not all the time, but
Right.
if you don't put too much paint on, they will.
Now see,
I've
now
ordered some.
those colors make me think of Mardi Gras beads.
Oh, maybe you could make some if you print some with these colours. Make some Mardi Gras beads with the bits you get.
Yeah.
Hmm. I don't know which way round is which.
I use that heavy duty iron on transfer instead of sitting here gluing everything to these cards. And then I cut them out and it works very nicely.
Oh,
So my paper cards now have a file folder backing that gives them a little bit of stability. Very nice.
good. good.
And these are for my
for your journal.
Yep, for that journal I showed the other day.
Lovely.
Very nice. I'm so excited.
How are we doing underneath? That's what I'm wondering, because I sort of find so far that when we get a bit left behind on the plate like this, it's a good time to have a look underneath and see what's happening. Ooh.
Oh, a little bit more. A little bit more.
You think a bit more?
Let me see all the chickies. The very bottom.
No,
a little bit more.
Not a lot of
Right.
Yeah.
The very
no, I've lifted too much.
The very bottom of your plate is off camera. Very bottom, just a little bit.
Oh, sorry.
I'm missing their toes.
Cobalt turquoise.
Oh, Carla, that's been a while. I used to love Hancock fabrics. Okay, turquoise. We're switching up to turquoise. Hancock fabrics was like a fabric store like Joann's, but it was better. And they went out of business.
Oh, that's the trouble. You only got to be really good, and something happens.
Hi, Paula. How are you feeling, dear?
Has Paula not been well? I didn't know.
I don't think she's been feeling well.
Oh.
Oh, I loved that picture you showed where the kids went off to that museum. Was that what it was? A museum? That was cool. I thought that was over.
Huh?
Oh, I was talking to Russ, but he's not listening. He's got his headphones on. Probably work stuff.
That's probably what Ian's doing. Oh, Ian's won't be work stuff. It'll be some game or other. I've got cobalt turquoise here. I've got the alizarin crimson, and I've got iridescent bronze fine. Okay.
Okay.
Let's see what happens.
Yeah, I went back the other day and wrote down what you had for Monday. Yeah. Teal turquoise. Oh, that was your teal turquoise and purple challenge day. So I didn't write a whole lot. I wrote down mostly papers. I wrote down love your ATC ATK cards. I wrote down foam stamps from. Where'd you get those foam stamps from?
Art Foamies.
Art Foamies. That's what I needed.
Because I didn't know Mariah was going to be doing it.
Yeah, and then you found your nozzle tips, so I wrote that down, and I made a note that I've got to go watch Robin and learn more about the use of GAC. It's one thing to read about it, but it's
I find that people like Robin McClendon and Froyle and P are a lot more helpful to us with what you can do with some of these things.
Yeah,
than because Golden seem to concentrate on painting a picture.
Yeah, they're selling it, they're marketing it, and that's that. Whereas I feel like Froyle and Robin and P are showing us all the possible ways to use it. I mean, I much prefer. I don't know why they don't let them.
It could just be because we're into that kind of method, the kind that Froyle and Robin and Patricia are using, because they're our favourite people.
Okay.
And Patty Toddy Parrish is great at that as well.
Yeah, that's who. I like. Told me that foil stuff. Look at the colors there.
You see this? There's a nice little haze around him.
I see it.
I like nice little bronze haze around him. I love that, and around Saturn as well. I must do that again. Or at least have another go with the same colours. You don't know, do you? It might turn out like that, and it might not. So what's it looking like underneath? Not looking much different. we'll carry on. I think it's about ready to leave anyway. So I want a bit of the alizarin. And what else did we use? We used cobalt teal. Now the cobalt teal is less transparent. Teal is even less transparent.
Well, that's what that bar is. That's what that bar is on there where your thumb is.
Yeah, I was just thinking, what if I try the turquoise phthalo instead of the cobalt turquoise this time? Just to see what difference it makes.
I think it's a little bit more opaque.
I think a little bit, but it's certainly a darker colour as well. You can see that. Definitely darker, but yeah. We'll give it a go. And iridescent bronze, fine.
So Anne's talking about this fabric she got, so I want to talk to her. So you just keep going and ignore me.
Okay? Okay, I'm ignoring you.
Okay. Good job. Monday, I think I showed was it Monday or before, and that I showed you, hi Mariah, you're never late. We understand. And I think I showed you Monday or way back the tea bags, the transfer I did on tea bags. And I said you could use the soft gel and do the same on fabric. So you mentioned muslin, and I know I've got some somewhere, but I want to dig up some muslin and do a transfer that way. I want to make a sheet, not necessarily wearable art, but I want to make a like. Let's see if I printed out an image like like what Fran's doing. Just for example, if I took one of her sheet pulls and scanned it and then printed it out and then used it as a transfer and made my own page in for a journal. Does that make sense? Probably more work, right? But I
could always try.
The thing is I do slow stitching. I do some stitching and stuff, and I wanted it on fabric for a fabric journal. So my mind is like, well, what would be a good way to do that and not too many steps? Let me see.
Sparkle.
That's another midnight sun.
Yeah, I like it. Dark clouds behind the birds and one of them in front. Lovely. Like it.
Yep.
Right. Now I think it's time. I don't care. I'm going to take this off anyway.
Okay. Well, Mariah's here and talking about the stencils. This is just some stencils that Fran has created, and she's trying them out. They're not in the shop yet. We've already told everyone they're not in the shop. They're not even to you yet, Mariah. But if these turned out
well, I only cut them today.
Yeah. If she's happy with them, she'll be putting them in the folder for you.
I want to play with the abstracts next.
I remember that, Anne. I have an old Aileen's craft book. It's it's like a paperback magazine thing where you could do different stuff with fabric. I'll have to dig it up. Okay, Fran, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I'm going to leave that now to dry because that is looking wonderful. It's typical that the one I picked up has got the least gorgeous paint on, but the others have got wonderful stuff going on. Lovely. And look at this one here with all that colour around him, almost like he's wearing a little cloak. You got a nice little cloak on, darling. Sorry, it's got to go and dry.
She's now talking to the gel plate. You do hear that, right, people? I'm not the only one.
Yeah. Yeah, I've just got to take this headphones off so you can insult me now. I'm not listening. Not listening.
Oh, really, Lisa? Cotton? Was it cotton?
Oh. Uh-oh.
Ow. Everybody
Yeah,
okay?
I set you on the floor. Sorry. I'll come back and pick you up. As soon as I found that job
Oh,
plate.
wow. Now we can see under her desk.
You are. You're right over there. How did you do that? It's because I haven't got this stand tied up. I usually tie them up, but I've got some lead weights on this one, and it does not
No,
seem to work.
she didn't fall. Once she unplugged
You
it,
fell. I was fine.
yeah,
It
and
was.
it was a quick studio tour. That's it.
The thing has come out.
Yes, we can
Hang on.
tell. There's an echo.
Yes, it's got an echo. Yeah. You got caught up around my chair, and when the chair, because it's a rotating chair, and it rotated.
It sure did.
Is that?
Okay,
Can you hear
Lisa.
me?
Yeah, I can hear
Oh,
you.
that's a relief.
Can you hear me?
The thing's bent, you know. I can hear you.
Are you sure you can hear me?
Yes, I'm sure. Can you hear me? That's what I want to know.
I can hear you, I think. Is that you?
I have bent the other end, the audio end that goes in the laptop Kindle. I've bent it. And falling over, it's bent. Oh man. Oh dear. Well, there we go. These things happen, don't they?
Hi, Wendy. Welcome. First time here.
I'm going to play with some other things now. Just...
You okay? You okay, Paula?
Has everybody got up? I mean, I'm sorry to throw you all on the floor like that. Have you all survived? I'm so sorry.
She's okay. It just caught her as she moved away, and she took us with her.
Yep, I'm all right. I was on the other side of the room when I realised it had happened. It's like
you gave us a studio tour, lower level studio tour. Do occur, people.
Can you show something for a second? I need to visit the little girl's room.
Well, if you must, yeah, we'll go back to my book. I'll put me up.
You're making me laugh, you know. That's what it is. You're making me laugh.
No. I'll go back to my book. I'm just making things to put in my book. This is all from. Yeah, run, please, slowly. This is all from. All these images are from printed images are from the Graphics Fairy, from my journal. And I have some journal cards here that you can write on the back. I think they're pretty. No, hi, Wendy. She uses a Silhouette Cameo. Is it a Cameo? Silhouette Cameo 2. She has a 2. I have a 4. And then I have these little notes I thought were cute. This is all about birds and their nests and feathers. I love nature. So we have little notes here. And then earlier, you guys saw me, I used some heavy, there we go. I used some heavy duty Wonder Under, you know what it is, stabilizer. And I ironed it on a manila file folder, which used to be this. And then I ironed on, then I peeled the paper off and I ironed on the printed, cards. So I could give it some
That wrecked
stability.
something.
And it worked. They're nice and sturdy now. They're not just flimsy. It worked. And I'd tell you a joke, but I don't do jokes well. So she better come back soon. Because that's pretty much it. I'm out.
Somebody quiet.
Don't pull the cord.
Because
Where
it's
am I
on the
going to put that?
headphones, which luckily are still.
I think one there. Not there. Not there. Let's see there. No. Here. Here. And then I have this page, which is little cards will go in here, here, and here. Obviously not these. They're too big. But little cards go in there, and it's cascading for notes.
Dog toys.
Right, that's done. So that's going to get glued in there. Let's see. Where do I want to? I have to think about where I want to put these. I think one's going to go in here. I will make pockets for them. I don't know, Anne. I asked that. I was in a group with some friends the other day when I printed them out, and I asked them. I'm like, why? What's with the cutouts on the side? I have no idea.
Did you do the cutouts on the side?
No, the card, the image printed that way. So that's the way I cut them out.
Strange.
It's the way the image was set up, but I don't know what. I couldn't find anywhere in the graphics fairy yet where there's a specific use for them. You know, because I thought, well, maybe you tie a ribbon or a string or something, and
you could do.
They're literally set up as postcards, but the back of there was no back. It was all front pieces. So it I don't know.
Well, you're supposed to write a letter on the other side, obviously.
Well, right. But I mean, usually on the other side of a postcard, you see the area printed out where you're supposed to write and where the stamp goes and everything. And
they do look a bit like a jar. Yes, Anne thinks they might be meant to look like jars.
Well, now that's not a bad idea. I don't know what I don't know if I'll embellish it or maybe put a little ribbon or something in there, but I do love the images. I mean, this one especially with the bees. So I wouldn't want to really cover them up. But I am going to make pockets within the journal though. And they will be inside. Yeah. So they will get tucked inside there somewhere.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah, this one
I put one on the back. Yeah.
There.
That you had a pocket higher up, yes.
Yep. This one, you know what? Probably not a pocket on this one. I think what I would do on this sheet is a belly band. And then tuck this in. Then you can pull it out and you'll have lots of room to write. That's a good idea. Come back to that. I will revisit that. And then we'll just tuck these in. I'm done. You come back now.
Okay, I'm just cutting some string.
Twine.
And I am going to wrap it around the stem of my stand so that I've got something.
Thanks, everyone. Wendy H. Yes, Fran has a silhouette cameo 2. Was I right, Fran? You have a 2?
Yep.
And I have the 4, which is the newer version. But the software, we both have the same version of software. So
because they updated it and let us poor old number 2s have the number 4 software.
Yeah. So that's fine. And I really like my silhouette. Now, PM Artist Studio, who is in here, they have a Cricut. So if you wanted to know about Cricuts, you could come to the streams and ask them. I'm going to post make your
And
art.
quite a lot of the designers have gone and got crickets. Now,
I
I
know.
looked into cricket, but I don't think it's quite as good as the silhouette. It doesn't cut as finely as the silhouette. And for sending things to Mariah, I've got to make the lines much fatter than I'm wanting them to be. So, because for some reason, the cricket cuts a line that I can see quite clearly here. Say this line here. That's too fat. I mean, that's good, that line. Say that line there is a bit thinner.
Right.
The cricket would cut it so thin it might almost break. So you've got to that's a bit exaggerated. It's actually more like something like that is too thin for the cricket. You see how thin that is? These are some of these things are too thin for too small for the silhouette, so I've got to enlarge those.
Well, and the thing is if you're not dealing with the cricket and the silhouette, you really wouldn't know the comparison, the difference.
No, you wouldn't. Because you get used to designing for the thing you're using, for the hardware you're using.
Yeah. Wendy, I posted the link for PM Artist Studio. If you and it used to be the cameos wouldn't work on a Mac. I think they will now. I posted the link for PM Artist Studio. If you watch them, Mariah makes the stencils and for Fran and sells them through the shop. And she uses a Cricut, so she would be the better expert as far as a Cricut.
Yeah, if you want a Cricut, talk to Mariah. She's got both I think she's got a Cricut 3. I can't remember what the other word in there should be. Cricut something 3, and she's got the Cricut Maker 3. Sorry, I can't stop coughing. Sorry. So let's have a play with these, right? Have a play with these.
Judy, I love the Graphics Fairy. I'm learning a lot in there using Photoshop and creating on my own, which I love doing. But everything they have for their membership just blows me away. The cost of membership and everything I get. My year is almost up with them. Let's see.
What have you been getting with them? Because I don't bother with membership. I just do my own stuff. I don't have time for anything else.
See, I don't always have time for my own stuff anymore. Although I am doing it when I need, like with these, it's like work smarter, not harder. With these prints that I've printed out from my book that you just saw, I could have made those. I could have also made those, but it was like I really wanted to get this book done. It's been started and not finished, and it was like, well, I've got the membership printed out, so I printed out a whole bunch. I have a laser printer, takes no time. The ink is really don't run out of ink. I probably put out 20 or so prints, and I've still got great ink. So it was like, why?
Now this is almost.
Oh,
it's almost the same color as before, but instead of using the alizarin crimson, I'm using the quinacridone magenta here.
Oh, Fran, that doesn't look healthy.
Unhealthy colors. Oh, I'm so sorry.
It took me back to the 60s. To the late.
Yeah, it is a bit neon-y.
Yeah. Hippy dippy.
Hippy dippy. Let's do some hippy dippy.
Oh, that's great. Wendy's a newbie here, and she says she's bought your turtles.
Oh, well, thank you. I hope you like using them. I'm going to pop that one down there. Really want something in that little bit there, but I don't know that I've got anything in particular. Oh, I could put the mini little spaceship in there. just because. Yeah, why not? Okay.
Multi-layer technique. Diane Bell said she's still struggling with Elizabeth St. Hilaire's multiple layer technique, the dual print.
Well, I'm doing multiple layers, but I'm not bothering to lift up the stencil in between. This won't be a very good print, but the next one might be. And I'm running out of paper, so I can do some different papers. I haven't cut any more of these.
Carla, my husband researched, and I think he got tired. We all got tired of having to replace the ink cartridges with a regular printer, and the nozzles getting clogged and all the problems if we didn't use it for a while. The laser printer has been wonderful. So he did all the research and the pricing and choosing, and it's
not bad. It's not terrible. It's not bad. But wonderful. It's nice colours. I'm going to stick with the colours.
It's a Canon MF7 something or other. We've had it for 3 years. 3 or 4
I think
years.
that's the one I was thinking about when I was thinking about it.
Yeah, it's worth it. It is so worth it to me because I go extended periods of not printing. And in the past with our regular printer, you'd go back to print and the nozzles would be dried up and clogged.
Yeah, exactly.
And then you'd have to expel so much ink just to clean them. It's like, holy cow. So with this, I've had this for 3 years and we've only changed one cartridge. And I could tell you right now, I have printed out a few hundred prints. So it's worth every penny. Not to mention the joy I get now of the laser prints. Take the foil, the deco foil.
Yep.
And they're beautiful for doing image transfer.
Lovely.
So there's more than one bonus for having the laser printer. It's an investment.
You're gonna have to show me that. I've got some foils, and I have never used them. So you're gonna have to show me what to do.
We need a play date soon. We do. I miss your late night antics.
Yeah, well.
Well, when does he retire?
Well, that is a very good question with a complex answer.
Yeah, well,
Wednesday, and he'll have a bit of a holiday then, and then he's signed up for this professionals thing where he goes back and he's going to do the 3-day week until they've got somebody to replace him permanent, because they haven't got anybody yet. They've got people, I think, that well, they should have somebody going. I mean, so many, but with COVID and everything, everything kind of ground to a halt, didn't it?
Well, and that's what it is here, is they can't find anyone to hire that wants to do the work. And so Russ is still hanging on. I mean, they still need him.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm starting to get a little bit of build up on here. I'm going to have to cut some more paper, because that was the last sheet of that. And I love some more. All I do is I get my big wodge here and I grab a little section from the middle.
Okay. And Carla wants to know, do you have a laminator, Fran?
Yeah.
You have a laminating machine?
Yep, I have about 4.
I only need 1.
Most of them are not hot. I have one hot one. I think it's a Fellows. That's the only hot one I've got. I've never used the hot one, but the other ones I've got are Xyrons, because I used to have a big Xyron, and it was the 850 or something, and I could not get cartridges for it. Every time I tried, something arrived that did not fit my machine.
Okay,
so I got a bit.
And I asked about Ian is because then we could stay up late, or you could stay up late, and it wouldn't disturb him if he heard us laughing and cackling like hens. which we tend to do.
That could be the case.
Yeah, then we have to smack ourselves because we know we've woken him up. If he's retired, we won't have to care so much. And the
True.
other, yeah,
Well,
and the
it's got
reason,
a bit of a holiday stuff. That's lovely. I like that. I like the glimmer, the little, because we're mixing in 3 paints. We've got Nicolazo yellow, and we've got quinacridone magenta. So that's giving that nice light fire. And then we've also got, I used the copper, didn't I? I used the iridescent copper.
sure looks like
Or
it
I
up
could have
there.
used the bronze.
I'd have to go back.
No, it was the copper. The
Was
copper's the one that's wet on the top. It's the copper. So that gives me this lovely shimmer from the copper coming through, but it's not overpowering because it's blended with the other 2 colours. So that's beautiful. Nearly went in the dog's bowl, that one. I was just putting it down. It was going, woo! Not quite. So let's do it again. Let's do it again with the quinacridone magenta.
Replicate.
Yeah, try to replicate.
So here's the reason why you need a hot laminator for the
because the heat is what transferred it. Yeah, I do understand that.
Well, and that's what I said. If you didn't have a laser printer and or a laminator for the heat, because a laser print is basically like they're throwing down embossing powder and then heating it up to become the ink. But it works like embossing powder. You can then stick down the deco foil, reheat it, and it'll stick. If you don't have a laser printer and you don't have the heated laminator like I have, you can do what I said before. Put down the gel medium, and it could gloss, or I've worked with gloss and the matte, either one. And then let it dry a little bit to get tacky. And then take your foil, put it over it, and use your brayer right there in your hand. Use your brayer to push it down on it really well.
Yeah.
If it's small or whatever, you could actually.
If you can teach me how to use the Fellows laminator and I have fun with it, I might actually get some use out of it. It seems a shame to have it sitting in the corner of the house not doing anything.
Well, can you set it up here and be able to plug it in?
Yeah.
Okay.
Might not have much room, but yeah, I can do that. I could always take things off that table.
It would be temporary. You could do it right there on your desk.
No, I could do it behind me. Then I've still got my desk.
Okay.
Don't take my desk. Take anything, but don't take my desk.
Don't panic. It's only temporary.
Yeah, that's what I said to Ian when I took over this room.
So what we could do is we could have a play date one night, and I'll get my laminator over here on my desk and find an outlet. I don't have an open outlet.
Well, it'll have to be a bit of time in the future because I'll have to have time to find the blinking thing. It's somewhere in the drawing room, I think.
And we'll do a play date in the evening, and we'll record it for a label or a later upload. If it works out, I may.
Or just I did even. Oh, nice. That's nice. I love the scattering we're getting on there.
Yeah.
We're getting more saturation. You see this one? Let me grab the previous print. See, we're getting a lot more sticking to it. It's about the 3rd or 4th print. 3rd. The other one had almost nothing at all, where that was just in the gaps. And this one's similar, but look, it's starting to come out now.
Yep. Let me ask you, do you have any nickel azo gold in there, or is that just that copper coming through?
That's nickel azo gold.
Okay.
Just a minute. Once again, that one dived for the dog's bowl, and it was hanging over it. I'm going to drag it back before it dives in, nose first.
Hi, Carol. Welcome, welcome.
Hello, Carol.
I loved your bookmarks this morning, Carol.
Hello, anybody I didn't say hello to. Hello. I can't see the chat because it's above my head. So, sorry. So let's have another go with the Quinn.
You bumped it again.
It's giving a fierier effect. Sorry.
That's okay. You're on a roll. Go for it. We could still see the
So
majority.
I'm using the quinacridone instead of the alizarin because the alizarin gives me a lovely deep colour, but this is giving me a lovely flame colour when paired with the Nicolazo Gold and the copper. Because this has got a lot of transparency, the Nicolazo Gold. It looks like mud on the plate, this stuff. I've hesitated getting it for a long time, but honestly, it thins out to this gorgeous yellow. But when it's thick, it looks like a sort of dragon poop.
All right.
What with turd and dragon poop, we're doing very well.
No. I'm going to put Carol's link in here. Y'all have to see this morning. She and Ann did. There you go. They did bookmarks. Zodiac.
I like bookmarks.
Yeah, well, these were, and Carol said it great in her stream. Canadian artist, that's who that's linked to. She said, pretty much, think about it. Anything you could do on paper, you could do on fabric, and that's what got me thinking about doing that image transfer. Yeah, she sparks my inspiration here. This woman.
I like bookmarks because they can be decorative, but they're also something you really do use. Whereas an artist trading card, or even an artist keeping card, which is worse, which is what I do, is something you just keep. You don't do anything with it. If you've got make journals, you can put them in pockets in journals, but you still don't do anything with them. Whereas a bookmark actually does a job.
I use my artist trading cards, the ones I make, if they're not too 3D and won't tear a page, I slip them in as bookmarks. But
yeah, you could do. But mine are only the size of playing cards.
I like the ones you showed a while back where you just used package tags from whatever.
Yeah, from clothes or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah. So those are bookmarks to me.
Yeah, they can be. Certainly can be.
It did. Okay, Carol. I haven't done image transfer onto fabric yet, but I'm going to.
I'd like to try that.
Yeah.
When you do, let me know. I want to watch.
And Carol said she tried it with matte medium, but it stays a bit sticky. So,
what matte medium? That wouldn't be Mod Podge, would it? I know.
I have to think about that.
Look at this! I've got little rims of copper around the edges. Isn't that marvelous? Woohoo! Oh, I love that. That's like fiery symbols. It's like you're watching a film and the magician has just cast a spell and these are the fiery symbols that are coming at you. Woo-hoo-hoo. That's marvelous. I love that. I called one of these designs Snake Dreams. That one's Snake Dreams. And that one's Chaos, Madness, Chaotic Madness. And the other one is Love and Anger, these two.
I really like that scene down at the bottom. I really like that stencil. Yeah.
Well, this one, that one. Which one?
The whole strip at the bottom.
Oh, the Gothic, yes.
Yeah.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, you did good on that.
I'm glad I tidied up the hearts. So we're looking a bit wonky, like the building had been out there for too long and the wind and rain had destroyed it too much.
I like that.
Excuse me a moment. Say something.
Say something? Okay, she's got a cough. So this is what we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about her sipping her tea and coughing. Ha, 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 ha. She can hear me, though. Colleen,
Yeah, so you be careful.
Colleen, go ahead and do it. And the thing is if you're not comfortable with it or you're not enjoying it, then undo it. It's nothing's permanent. Death and taxes, nothing's permanent. Go for it.
What does Colleen want to do?
Well, her husband said that she should take over the dining room table.
Why can't you bring yourself to do it? If he doesn't mind,
Yeah, I mean,
I mean,
that's the biggest hurdle right
there's no
there.
if he doesn't mind, go for it! Yay!
Yeah, the biggest
I
hurdle
mean,
is
do you
getting them to.
entertain a lot? Do you use the dining room as a dining room a lot? Because if you do, well, maybe that's a reason. But if you don't, go for it. Yeah.
I went to the dollar store and I got the clear plastic Tipo shower curtain liner, and I lay that down on my table or on the floor, depending on if I'm throwing painted papers on the floor, it's on the floor. But you could get one and lay it on your table as a to protect your table if you were concerned. You could pick up the cheap plasticky.
Don't they call them oil?
Yeah, I was gonna say they don't make them like that anymore, but they make something cheaper, and it's the same
Yeah.
difference. It'll protect your table.
Yeah, that's what we use on the kitchen table now. Yeah.
Yeah. So, the cheap shower curtain is what I use because I don't have a very big table.
Yeah, shower curtain is a very good idea.
Yep.
You can always put two down if they're cheap ones,
Yeah.
can't you?
Mhm.
I'm using the bronze now and still using the Nicolazo yellow, but I'm using the fluorescent violet and the bronze just to see what happens, Why not? Don't want to be always doing the same thing all the time. Even though it's nice, I'll probably go back to it because it's lovely. But I just
Okay.
wanted to try a bit extra.
So Colleen would be using their formal living room, and Anne says she's the one that uses the formal dining room, or should. She covered it with a felted vinyl protected cover and then a vinyl tablecloth. Yeah, exactly. Paula says, lock the husband in the closet, take over the house. Just saying.
Yeah, that's the other way to do it. So you'd have a closet husband then?
Well, here's Colleen's answer, and this I understand because of the way my house is set up. I think I don't do it because my dining room would be visible to my living room, and I don't want to look at the mess.
Oh, that's the trouble with American open plan.
Yeah.
Whereas us with 400-year-old houses, everything's got a door. You can shut the door and, yeah, no bother. We can't see it. It's not there. Fine. Yeah, unfortunately, my husband's learnt to open doors.
Well, do like Paula said, lock them in the closet.
One of our houses that where we lived, he did put his stuff in a closet. Quite a big closet, but he did.
Yeah.
Under stairs closet, it was.
And you'd lock him in there, and he'd say, "Stop calling our bathroom a closet, and let me out."
Oh, that's not quite so successful. It's lovely because we've got the shimmer.
Yeah.
But I think I'll go back to the other. But worth a try. Perhaps if I do those same colours but without the Nicolazo, go for the Indian yellow just to see what happens. Don't know. Still got a few pages left, so we're all right. So we'll do the Indian yellow this time. Haven't used it this run.
And Colleen, you have to learn not to call it a mess. You have to learn to call it artistic endeavors in progress.
Yep. So I think I'll use the Quinn with it, but I will use the bronze again. I think the Quinn is quite bright. It doesn't look all that bright there. And in fact, I think it's a bit zingier than the fluorescent violet, certainly with that one. So we'll see what happens now.
Julie says the fluorescent violet is now on her list. Yeah, you've used it a couple streams now, and
I've used it quite a few times. Yeah, it's amazingly good.
Yeah.
And I've ordered some more fluorescent colours. I'm just waiting on them. I was hoping they were going to be here soon. But that was the one where I said, when is it coming? Have you got a tracking for it yet?
Yeah.
Or can you give me the tracking information? You won't get tracking until it's due to arrive. And I thought, well, what's the point of that? You know? I mean, the tracking is to say how far away it is and whether you can get excited or not yet.
You're starting.
It's not like just tracking after it's arrived. That's silly. Starting to sound like what?
Like me when I'm sitting here waiting for the delivery guy to show up. You know how I get.
Yeah, you can't talk to her when she's like that because she's sort of ready to bounce up and disappear out the window. You know.
Yeah.
Come here, delivery.
I'm terrible. I have a lot of patience, but these guys, when I'm waiting for an order, it's like, now stop visiting with the neighbors. Just, you can go back to them later. Come to me first. I'm the first one in the neighborhood, always.
Yep. I still remember the time when I was watching the tracking, when Amazon still did the tracking properly. And I could see that he was just a couple of doors away.
Yes.
And he was just coming in my direction. And the next time I looked, a few seconds, about 5 minutes later, he disappeared miles away to the bloody golf course.
Yep, he went right past your house.
Up to the golf course, for God's sake. He's not supposed to go off and play golf. Probably in the 18th hole. Or is it the 19th hole? I can't remember which. Oh, that's not so bad. I quite like that. Nice. Yeah.
Oh, I like that.
I think it looks like it's the quinacridone magenta making the difference, because whether it's copper or bronze seems to be just as good either way. And I was using the Indian yellow on that one. Yeah, nice. Got some lovely. I seem to have gone for this really nice fiery colour. It's because I'm using colours that might turn out to be pink, and they haven't yet. They're still fiery. I think it's time to take these off because I've got something underneath. Look at that. That's nice. If you get to this point, don't take the whole thing off. Just have a look. Have a little peep.
Yep. And you are at 2 hours, just so you know.
Uh-huh. Okay. Well, I've got something to show afterwards because I should be coming up to it. But that's got to be retired to dry, so we'll leave that and I'll show you what I'm coming up to, because I haven't got all the bits for it. I did tell Mariah I'd found the bits, but some bits are still missing. So this is where I take the headphones off and try not to cause an avalanche and kill my poor old.
Any questions? I haven't been able.
Dry. I can do that later.
You all have been very chatty today. Yay! Everybody's talking and playing. If has any questions that I've missed? Yeah, put them like Julie. Put them in all caps, and I'll see them. That I'm good with that. Julie says, pull it off with turquoise.
Well, I'll think about that when it's dried. I'll have a think. I find it easier to turn that plate over and have a look at the plate against a white background or against a black background, depending on what I think might show up nicely. So this is what I want to show you. This is what I'm heading for when I found the other bits. Now that looks like a load of white. Well, it is. But it's white with a purpose.
Wow.
We have here what's going to become the cover to my swatch book. That's going to become the front and back cover, that one. And that's the last one going to be last but one out of cardboard. Because I've only got, this one needs something in it. I haven't done the swatch bit. So I've got to find the swatches. That's the bit that's missing. I've got to find the swatches. Because when I find them, there's another inner page.
So
I
to
do.
clarify, you'd have to go back quite a few, go do a search. You'd have to go back quite a few streams here to see what Fran is leading up to. But these are her pages for her swatch book.
Yep. Let's get that a bit higher so you can see it a bit better. Right. So this is the one for the reds. You can see there's quite a lot of red in here. And there's the red swatched. Using the prints I made using these paints.
Okay, and
to show what you can do. And then I use some of the other pages on the front and back of it, that page. So that will fold up like that. And this one is a small one. This is the first one I did. I didn't have the great big bit, but I liked this piece. I'd already used the rest of the card for something else. And that's the yellows, and I put them with Payne's Grey. I've been mixing Payne's Grey. So that's what I did. That's one I mixed myself out of Pale Lemon from Galeria and Iridescent Medium, which gives it the shine, and Retardant. And that's the actual Pale Lemon as it comes out the tube. So I've got the comparison between the two. And there's Galeria Lemon Yellow, not pale. So I thought that was good. That needs something on the back. Or I'm going to stick it to something. I think the idea was to stick it to something. So I've got a divider done in those yellows and coppers. A bit of green. So that goes quite well with it. So I could put it on the back of there. You see, I could put that on there and put some more yellows on there, make that a yellow page divider. And then that's one I've already made. And it was when I made that one, after I'd made that, when I made that one, I thought, for goodness sakes, look how flipping huge it's getting. So this one being the biggest will be at the back and the front because it's that big. This will be the next one. And then we'll have that one, the red one and the yellow one. And then I have, that's going to be too thick. I think, was that bigger? That's the biggest one. That's going to be the front cover. But it's just getting too thick. See? So I think I'm going to retire this one and use that one as the back and front cover. And then I've got these, which are pages made ready. This one is ready to have this put on it, like that, so that it will fit, same size, into there. So then we'll have thinner pages inside, so we can carry on using it and making things. And this is one of the pages I've got ready to help out with it. So I've got loads of pages that I've already done. I've got drawers full of them. So wouldn't it be nice to use some up? That's what I'm going to do. But all I've got to do now is A or B. A is find the swatches I've already made. B is create some new swatches. Just takes a little bit of time. But the thing is, I think I need to find the actual swatches so that I've got the ones that will show what I used for this, because I've actually made the swatches already. So I need to find them, I think. I've seen one somewhere, possibly in the artist trading cards or artist keeping cards box. So there's that. So once you've done all this for ages, you've then got these, which if, like me, you cut your own, you can then use that in a book as well. I mean, wouldn't that look lovely on something like that? Lovely.
Absolutely.
Just to highlight it. You don't have to use only the swatch colours on there, but it's really to demonstrate the use of those colours and how they react or how they look against other colours. So it's not just this colour I used here. It's showing what you've done with it. Might even do some notes for it if I could remember what I did. I'll have to go back and look at some of my own videos one day. But there we are. That's what I am planning on doing, because Mariah asked me to go back and do more on the swatch book, so I'm going to do it. So are you going to say goodbye? Because I think it's about time.
Yep. Okay. I'm coming back. There we are.
You do wire art, Wendy. Hello, Wendy. This is an unknown art form to you. Well, welcome. I hope you enjoyed it. I'd love to see what you do. Are you a member of Makers?
She is.
Because if you are, you could post some pictures in there. That would be nice to see. I like wire art. I've done a little bit of that myself, but not much. Not fancy stuff, mostly just writing a silly word with a bit of wire and some beads. So it's really basic.
I'd like to see what she does with the wire art. I love assemblage. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Well, we will say goodbye for now. I hope you enjoyed the stream.
Yep. Thank you, everyone.
We will see you again next time.
Yeah.
Which will be Monday.
Well, Sunday in PM Artist Studio stream. Tomorrow I will be at Defy's auction. But Sunday at PM Artist Studio stream, and then we'll be back here Monday to annoy you again. Yay!
Exactly. Yep, we're going to come back on Monday and have a lot of fun.
Okay.
Right. Well, bye-bye.
Bye-bye. We're going to do this because we love you all. Thank you for being here.
Here we go. Thank you for coming.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.